are you today? Today I'm going to show you how to make this beaded cross. You can make this cross in a few variations just by variating the embellishment on the front. I thought it was a very cute cross to wear as necklace, but you can also make two and then wear them as earrings. It just depends on how well you used to bigger earrings. I think these are about 4 centimeters long from the tip of the cross to the top. So you can decide for yourself if you want to make earrings out of it, but today I'm going to show you how to make them, how to make this pendant. So I hope you really like this, and let's see what materials we need. So the materials we need: you will need some 11/0 seed beads. You will need some Ceylon, or you can use some file line, but I can't really say which file line you need. Because I just have 6-pound file line, and I don't know the other pounds of file line, which one is a little bit thicker. So I think if you use file line often, you know what I mean, and you will need a thicker one than that. But I use Ceylon because that works for me. And you will need 2 size 12 needles. You will need 6mm beads, and I use check beads. You will need 13 4mm beads. So these are also check beads in the same color, only smaller. And these one have the bronze on the back and these one don't. And you will need 24 3mm beads. Now this is the optional part, because you can also use 3mm small Swarovski or crystal cut beads, so fake crystals. You can also use fake crystals in 3mm, or you can use 8/0 seed beads, and I use that 8/0 seed beads on this cross. So you can really choose how shiny you want it to be. If you want to make it, if you want to make it for a boy, I suggest that you would go for the 8/0 seed beads, because that's a little, it's not so girly in this way, especially when you make it in this color or maybe in blue or something. And this one I'm going to show you how to make is more for a girl. So I'm going to use the check seed bead, sorry, not the check seed beads, the check crystals also, so just the facet crystals, so just in the same line as the 6mm and the 4mm. So 6, 4 and 3mm beads, and you will need a scissor to cut your thread with. So let's start. Okay, I threaded 2 needles with about 1 arm span of Ceylon. Now, before we start, I just want to say, if you're a beginner and you're watching this video, you can also make this one. I suggest that you go back ahead and watch how to make my beginner's earrings videos, and then especially number 2, because on number 2 I teach you how to add the seed beads. If you watch that video, you can and you learned that pattern, I think you can also make this one. But I'm going to just talk in the normal mode. So this is not an advanced tutorial, this is a normal tutorial, but if you are a beginner and you want to make this, please watch that video first. I'm going to put the name of that video here. So in this that you can see which video I mean, and then you can make this too. So let's start. Okay, pick up 1 6mm and slide it down. Pick up 1 11/0 on each side and slide them down. Pick up 1 6mm on each needle and slide them down. Pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up one 4mm and crisscrossing it. And pull. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. And now we're going to pick up 1 4mm on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. And now we're going to pick up 1 4mm and crisscross in it. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. And now we're going to pick up 1 4mm on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 4mm and crisscross in it. Sorry for the noise in the background, that's my laptop. Like this. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 6mm on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle and slide them down. Now we're going to pick up 1 6mm and crisscross in it. Like this. And now we have the base of our project. So you can see that the 6mm are on top and the 4mm are in the middle. Now we're going to pick up our work, and with our right needle I'm going through the first seed bead, the 6mm and the next seed bead. Like this, and pull. And I'm going through the first 4mm to the other side, like this, and pull. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, so I'm picking up my other needle now, and I'm picking up my work and going through the seed bead, the 6mm and the next seed bead, like this, and pull. And I'm going through the 4mm, like this, and pull it through. And then we're going to lay our work flat and just gently tug, like this. Now we're going to pick up our right needle and we're going through the next seed bead, the next 4mm and the next seed bead. What we're doing in this round is we're securing the beads better on their place. Now we're going through the next 4mm and we're going to go to the other side, like this. And now we're going through the first seed bead and the next 4mm, but not the next seed bead, so just the 11/0 and the 4mm, and pull. And we're going to leave our thread there. And now we're going to pick up our other needle. So I'm on the left, I'm going to work on the left now. I'm going through the next seed bead, the next 4mm and the next seed bead, and pull. And I'm going to the other side through the next 4mm, like this. And I'm going through the next seed bead and the next 4mm, like this, and pull. And I'm going to leave my thread there. So you can see we're now coming out of the last two right up 4 millimeters above the above part of the cross. Okay, now we're going to pick up one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, and one seed bead, like this. And now I'm going to pick up my work, and I'm going through the same 4 millimeter that I'm coming out of, just up, and through the next seed bead that's next to that one, and pull. So now we're forming the other side of the loop, and I'm going through the next 4 millimeter, so that is this 4 millimeter, so the last one on top, and pull, so that's to the other side. And then I'm going through the next seed bead, the next 6 millimeter, and the next seed bead, and pull. And then I'm going through the other side through the next 6 millimeter, like this. And you can see now we have the first side of the cross. Now we're going to do the same at the other side. So I'm going to pick up one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, one seed bead, one 4 millimeter, and one seed bead, like this. And now I'm going through the same 4 millimeter that we're coming out of, only the opposite side, and through the next seed bead that's in line with that one, and pull. And then I'm going through the middle, so the last 4 millimeter on the top, and I'm going through the next seed bead, the next 6 millimeter, and the next seed bead. And then I'm going through the top 6 millimeter on the opposite side, like this. And there we have the base of our cross. Now I'm going to flip my work over. So just flip it to the other side, like this. Now with my right needle, I'm going through the next seed bead that's on the side, and pull. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so I'm picking up my other needle, and I'm going through the next seed bead that's in line, and pull. So that are these seed beads. And we're doing that also on the other side because we don't want to forget it later. Now, the same rule counts for the previous earrings that I showed you, so the beginner's earrings tutorial 2. With 6 millimeter, we're going to pick up with a seed bead. With the 4 millimeters, we're going to not pick up a seed bead. And with the 6 millimeters, we are again going to pick up a seed bead. So I'm going to show you that. Grabbing my 3 millimeters. So I'm going to pick up one seed bead, one 3 millimeter. And your 3 millimeter at this point can also be your 8/0 or your Swarovski 3 millimeter. So I'm picking up one 11/0, one 3 millimeter, one seed bead, one 3 millimeter, and one seed bead. Now I'm picking up my work, and I'm going through the next seed bead, and I'm going through the middle, so that's the middle 4 millimeter. And pull, like this. And then I'm going through the next seed bead that's next to the next 4 millimeter. So only through that seed bead, and pull. Now I'm going to pick up one 3 millimeter, one seed bead, and one 3 millimeter. Like this. And then we're going through the next seed bead, so we're skipping the 4 millimeter, and we're going through the next seed bead that next to that 4 millimeter, like this. and I'm going through the middle 4 millimeter. Like this. And now I'm going through the next seed bead that is next to my next 4 millimeter. So that's this seed bead. And pull. Now I'm going to pick up one 3 millimeter, one 11/0 and one 3 millimeter. Like this. Then I'm going through the next 11/0, so I'm skipping my 4 millimeter and I'm going through the next 11/0 that's in line with that one. And pull. And then I'm going through the middle 4 millimeter to go to the other side. And pull. And then I'm going through the 11/0 that's next to the 6 millimeter. And pull. Now we're going to pick up one seed bead, one 3 millimeter, one seed bead, one 3 millimeter and one seed bead. Like this. And we're going through the next seed bead in line. And pull. And through the middle 6 millimeter. Like this. And in this way we completed the first round of our cross. Now we're going to pick up our other needle. And we're going to pick up one 11/0 and one 3 millimeter. Like this. And we're going through the middle seed bead of the sequence we first added. So that's the seed bead between the 3 millimeters on the other side. Like this. And pull. So this is just the same technique as we did with the beginner's earrings. And we're going to pick up one 3 millimeter, and one 11/0. And I'm going through the next 11/0 that's next to the 6 millimeter. And pull. And I'm going to cross over in the middle 4 millimeter. Like this. Now you can see we added our first flower-like embellishment. And now I'm going through the next 11/0 that is next to the next 4 millimeter. And pull. Like this. And now I'm going to pick up one 3 millimeter. And I'm going through the middle. So that's the middle 11/0 between the other 3 millimeters on the other side. And pull. And now I'm going to pick up another 3 millimeter. And I'm going through the next 11/0 that next to the 4 millimeter that we're coming out of. Like this. And pull. And then I'm crossing over in the next 4 millimeter. And pull. And then I'm going through the next 11/0 that's next to the 4 millimeter. And pull. Now I'm going to pick up one 3 millimeter. And I'm going through the middle seed bead between the other 3 millimeters. And pull. Now I'm going to pick up one 3 millimeter again. And I'm going through the next 11/0 that is next to the 4 millimeter that we just came out of on the other side. So we're coming out of the 11/0 on the other side of this 4 millimeter. So just like we did before. And then I'm crossing over through the 4 millimeter to the other side. Like this. And now I'm going to pick up one 11/0 and one 3mm, and I'm going to through the middle 11/0, so that's the 11/0 between the 3mm. And then I'm picking up one 3mm and one 11/0, and I'm going through the next 11/0 that's next to the 6mm and through the middle 6mm and pull. I'm going to lay my work flat now, and I'm going to pull my threads because I really want my threads to be tight. If you want the third one tight, just pull the last threads we added, so that's the entire last piece, and then pull the last embellishment together. I'm having trouble. Okay, it's wrapping around the other one like this. And now you can see we have our embellishment on top, but now we're just going to have to do the other ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my right needle and I'm going through the next 11/0, the next 6mm, the next 11/0, so just don't crisscross, just go straight ahead, and I'm going through the next 4mm and the next 11/0, the next 11/0 and the next 4mm. So I went through the whole side of the cross and I ended in the top 4mm, so the one that is sticking up like this, and pull. And now we're going to pick up one 3mm, one seed bead and one 3mm like this. And now we're going through the 4mm that's on the other side of the one we're coming out of like this, and pull. And now we're picking up one 3mm like this, and we're going through the 11/0 between the 3mm and pull. And we're going to pick up one 3mm, and we're going through the 4mm that we came out of the first time, so that's this one, and we're going through that in the opposite way and pull like this. Now we're going to secure this piece, and we're going to do that through making this round again. So I'm going coming out of the 4mm, and I'm going through the next 11/0 and the next 4mm and the next next 4mm and the next 11/0. And then I'm going through the next 4mm and through the next 11/0 and through the next 4mm and the next 11/0 and again through the next 4mm. Like this, and pull. Now it all depends on which brand of beads you use, and also sometimes the beads can vary in size. If you think this is really wobbly, you go through the beads again, and I'm like to go through the beads again one more time because I think it's extra secure in this way. If you don't do that, your side piece of the cross will, how do I explain that, will be a little bit wobbly, so you can move it around. And like in this piece, you really want your cross to be straight, and if you don't do that again, these pieces will hang, and you don't want that. So I'm going to do this one more time again. So I'm going through the 11/0, the 4mm and the 11/0 and pull it tight, and through the 4mm, through the 11/0, through the 4mm and the 11/0 and the first 4mm that we came out of, and pull. And from that on, I'm just going through the next 11-0 that's in line, through the next 11-0 that's next to the 6mm and up and pull, through the next 11-0 and through the top part of the 6mm and pull. And now we're going to leave that side alone first. We're going to take our other part, and I'm going to do this the reverse way. I'm sorry, because if I don't, I can't see it. And I'm going through the next 11-0, just like we did it before. Going through the next 11-0, the next 6mm, the next 11-0, the next 11-0, the next 4mm, the next 11-0, the next 11-0. If I can get it through. Going to pull through here. So the next 11-0, the next 4mm, and we stop right there. Yes, sorry, I had to see if I did it correctly. Like this. And now we're going to pick up one 3mm, one 11-0 and one 3mm, like this. And we're going through the opposite side of the 4mm, so the other 4mm on the other side, and pull. And now I'm going to pick up one 3mm, and I'm going through the middle 11-0 seed bead and pull. And now I'm going to pick up one 3mm again, and I'm going through the middle 4mm and pull. And now I'm going to make my round again, just like I did on the previous row. And I'm going through the next 11-0, the next 4mm and the next 11-0, and through the next 4mm, through the next 11-0, the next 4mm and the next 11-0, and through the middle 4mm again. And I'm going to make this round again. So I already went through the 11-0, and I'm going through the 4mm and the next 11-0, and I'm going through the next 4mm, through the next 11-0, through the next 4mm and the next 11-0, and then I'm going through the next 4mm and the next seed bead that's in line with that one, the next seed bead, the next 6mm, so just right up straight on the side, through the next 11-0 and through the next 6mm, and that makes us on the top like this. Now we're going to add a loop so that we can hang this piece. Going to pick up 9 11-0s. This will give you some room, and I'm going to show you this in the other piece. This gives you some room between your crystals and your bail to hang it from, so your ring. And I'm going through the opposite side of the top bead, like this, and pull. And now I'm going to leave my thread there, and I'm going to pick up my other thread, so my other needle, and I'm going through these same 9 11-0 beads. Like this. And now I'm going through the middle 6-0 again, and pull this tight. This makes your loop very strong. Now I'm going to pick up a needle again, and it doesn't matter on which side you start. Like this. And now I'm going down through the next 6mm. Oh, sorry, excuse me, that's the next 11/0 and the next 6mm. Like this, and I'm going to turn it around while I'm doing this. And I'm going through the next 6mm, or sorry, the next 11/0 on the back. So I went through the next 11/0, the next 6mm, and the next 11/0. And pull. And now I'm going to do exactly the same as we did on the beginners video 2. I'm going to make, and I'm going to zoom in for this part also. With my needle, I'm going underneath the thread that holds this bead. So the middle 4mm bead, the top 4mm bead. I'm coming out of this 11/0, so this one, and I'm going underneath the thread that holds the 4mm. So that's the first one that leads to the 4mm, like this. And in the loop I'm going to stick my needle, and in that way I'm creating a knot. And I'm just going to take it, oh sorry, to pull it. And again I'm going to do that one more time again. I'm going underneath the thread and I'm pulling it, and I'm going into the loop. And my thread is almost out, sorry. And then I'm just pulling it, give it a little tug, that's what I wanted to say, not tag but tug. And in that way your work is secured. Now we're going through the next 11/0 and through the next 4mm, like this. And pull, and just leave it there. Now we're going to do the other side, and the other side will be exactly the same. I'm going to pick up my work, and I'm going through the next 11/0, the next 6mm, and the next 11/0, and pull, like this. And then we're going through the first thread that holds our 4mm. Go underneath it and make your knot in the loop that you create in this way, and pull. And do this one more time again. Like this. And then go through the next 11/0 and through the next 4mm, and pull, like this. Now take your scissor and cut off your thread. And I like to just pull my thread and then cut. And in that way I make sure that it's tight. You do need 24, but I just grabbed 25 check beads. So if you saw one laying around, that's just because I added an extra one, because sometimes I drop one and it's not convenient in a video. So that's all there is to it. This was a very easy project. I think at least this is a very easy project. It's very cute to make, it's not hard. And you can just, like on this one, I just added a ring and a simple necklace. So it's also very suitable to wear in church. So I hope you like this project. If you like this project, please give me a thumbs up. Then I can see that you really like this video. And of course, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. If you want, please subscribe to me on Facebook. I love to have you there because I post a lot of updates on Facebook. Please follow me on Twitter and follow me on Pinterest. I pin a lot, and since a while I started tweeting again. Please follow me on my blog. I'm going to review some crafting products, and I'm also going to review some beading products. So please check out my blog. All the links are in the info box. And I hope you like this video, and I will see you the next time. Bye!